We're going to find out what will happen if I spend 1 hour a day doing nothing, just meditating and writing down my thoughts every single day. Will I go insane? Let's find out. So, I started this challenge because I found myself just scrolling and wasting time, and I usually have a plan for how to spend my time. But lately, I haven't had a plan, and I've just been just rotting on my bed. And I train, don't get me wrong. I don't do much more than that. I eat good, and I haven't been running. I haven't been making videos. I haven't been like, I've been making gym content, but it's not enough. I just feel like I can do so much more, and I don't know what to put this energy that I have. So I've decided to make this challenge so I can actually find ideas to execute, and I can't escape this because I need to make a video about it. So here it goes. The first 10 minutes I just spent like looking at the paper and thinking to myself what to write. And there's something that I've been thinking about that I've had for years, where there's a challenge where I don't speak for a week and don't use my phone. I just think it's very fascinating. Like, what will happen in my brain? Will I start choosing my words more carefully when I speak? Will I have, like, because we consume so much knowledge, and most of your knowledge in your brain is not yours. It's just something that you consumed of someone else, that you heard of someone else, etc., because you don't usually process all the information you have. But I just think that you will be able to think through everything you want to say if you actually reprogram your brain like that. But that's like an extreme challenge. I can try it for 1 day and make a video about it, and then if I really want to, I can do it for a week. And one more thing that I wrote down is what will happen if it's like completely dark. Like, I've been isolated for 3 days without phone, without anything, any contact, but I have not done it in a dark place. Well, like, will you go insane if you do that? Anyways, I spent the majority of the time just thinking about like what to do and how to do it, and also thinking about to contact my teacher that I had in primary school, like when I was super young. And I actually have his number, but I don't want to text him. Like, the teacher was really young when like when he was my teacher. He was like 24 maybe. So it's like a similar place to where I am now. I'm 21, but still I think like you don't develop that much in like 4 3 years. But I just want to contact him and speak with him because I spoke actually with him once when I was a bit younger, like when I stopped like primary school, when I went to middle school. And it was a very wholesome conversation because we talked about like what I did and what he did and stuff like that. And he sounded lonely. I don't know if he has like someone right now, but he sounded lonely. And that's just something that's been resonating with me. Not resonating, but I've been thinking about it. When I feel lonely, I just think about that moment. And whenever I try to draw, which I did right now, I think about it because he was my drawing teacher too. So he taught me how to draw with the pen. So every time I draw, I think about that moment too. And yeah, I don't know. Like, he used to train too, so I can maybe train with him and just have a friend. I don't know if it's weird, but I like hanging around with people like much older because I feel like their wisdom is something that I can use. But yeah, he was a really cool teacher, and here I drew like Batman because I literally didn't have anything to do. But I started to get questions, and in the end, I will actually summarize what I earned from this challenge, which was not a lot, but it's something because I wanted to do this and I didn't waste my time doing nothing else that I didn't want to do, like scroll or just watch YouTube. But that's the thing. Was it really helpful? We'll see after 30 days. But I really think that you should take the time and think to yourself and write to yourself. And I think it's very important, to be honest, because otherwise you'll just go in this auto loop where days just flies by and you don't even remember them, and you don't even remember what you wasted your time on because you didn't do anything that you wanted to do. You didn't do anything that you deemed productive and that would take you closer to your goals and aspirations. And the thing is, like, I have a lot of things to get done, but it's also things that don't really show results. And even though I have discipline, I just don't like to waste my time with doing something that I don't see results from. Although, like, most of the things take time, but I've done a lot of videos now and I don't even get views on them. So I think to myself, why even do them? But I do them for my future self, but also for somebody to watch later on. And I really like to share my opinions on things because I think that I have a lot of good takes and people should know them. That's why I post them, but also where I can rewatch them myself in the future. And something that came out of this experiment is that I'm gonna make this a series where I spend 1 hour a day where I just sit and think to myself and write and come up with new ideas and record them and post them. So that's something that came out of this. And also I remember to do my other like homework thing where I have a course which I've neglected and I'm gonna do that and get it done with because I have a lot of time right now. So why should I stress later on when I can just do it now? And I'm gonna make more like fitness videos, more rage bait videos so I can go viral and actually start earning from that and just stay consistent. And I just find this very interesting because although this hour really went by like very fast, especially the drawing part, but I got this question where like I thought, what is more important? Me just wasting my time like this, or actually scrolling and wasting an hour like that? Because to be honest with you, I wasted an hour either way. But the thing is, I got something out of this. The other thing is, like, you get fast dopamine, which you forget and lose really fast. So that's the thing. And I think that everyone should try this once in their life because it's really important to just think to yourself. And if I had a garden, I would sit there and just like sit there for hours and just write and think about new ideas, new content ideas, new ways to make money and all of that. But I really want you to leave this video with something positive, and that is to start taking time to yourself, writing, going to the gym. But for me, the gym is not a time for myself anymore. It's just something that I have to do. But like, do something you enjoy, and therefore you will start thinking and like taking that time just for you, and that will give you time to think. And you can't do that if you just waste your time on fast activities like scrolling and YouTube and entertainment and all of that. So stay happy, stay blessed, and I love you, and God loves you. Bye.